everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. If you are new around here, hi, I am Nicole. It is wonderful to meet you. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Do consider hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy nail polish related content. I upload new videos every single week featuring both indie, mainstream, as well as boutique nail polish brands. If you're in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. So today's video is for the newest release from Holo Taco. So this collection came out over I guess last weekend and sold out very quickly. But like, I still want to do a review because I think the polishes look really, really fun. I was sent these polishes by Holo Taco in PR, but this video is not sponsored. As per usual, I will have links down in the description box to where you can purchase these polishes, the brand's social media pages, my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com where I host all of my swatch photos. Also down in the description box, I will have timestamps. So yes, let's get into this video. First up, we have Oh My Gourd. The brand describes this one as a bright orange creme polish. So Oh My Gourd had a fantastic formula. It did not feel overly thick or thin, and I had zero application issues with it. I would say this is the shade of orange I think of when I think like Halloween, fall season. This is the orange that comes to mind. Still surprises me that this is the very first orange creme polish that the brand has released. I genuinely really like this color. So I do think this one is likely going to be a 2-coater. I didn't really love coverage in 1 coat. Maybe if you have very short nails and going for a slightly thicker coat, you will be good in 1 coat, but I think this one's going to be a 2-coater. However, depending on application, you might need a 3rd coat. I did have one nail that definitely needed a 3rd coat. Polish leans very warm tone, so if you were like me and also have warm undertones, this one will make your hands look a little bit red. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured or be difficult to remove, and no problems with staining. And this next polish is called Resting Witch Face. The brand is describing it as a vivid, cool-toned purple creme polish. So this polish had a great formula. It was a little bit more sheer on the first coat, kind of reminiscent of I'm Live from the Julian collab. I have been seeing a lot of people say that these two polishes are super similar and there's no reason to have both. Personally, I do think that the undertones between both polishes are different. They're similar, but not the same. So I swatched this one in 2 coats. To be perfectly honest, I was fully committed to only doing 2 coats for this polish. I did not want to go in for a 3rd coat. I do think potentially I could have benefited from a 3rd coat just because the clear part of my nail was just a little bit more transparent than I would have personally liked. I don't think that will be an issue for those of you with natural nails unless you have like super long nails. And of course, no issues on removal or problems with staining. And here are I'm Live, Resting Witch Face, and Party of One Purple all side by side. I feel like you can see the undertones of each polish a lot better having them all here side by side. And the next polish is called Favorite Sister. The brand describes this one as a metallic polish with foil flakes as well as scattered holographic pigment in a bright red base. Favorite Sister had a really nice formula. I would say it skirts the line between being a jelly and a crelly. This was my first time trying the Frosted Metals formula. I had heard many times that it looks so much better in real life than it does how it photographs or even in video form. And I would say people are right. This one in particular, it gives me a lot of like holiday seasonal kind of vibes. It doesn't scream fall to me. It feels more like winter, holiday, Christmassy. But either way, it is a very beautiful polish. I was pleasantly surprised that I actually did like this one. In general, I'm not a red polish kind of person, but I do think this one was very beautiful. The flakies all spread out very evenly and easily without giving off any texture on the nail. I thought these were going to be a little top coat hungry, but I was pleasantly surprised that these are not top coat hungry at all. I used 1 coat of top coat and it smoothed it out perfectly. I had this one on for a little bit under 24 hours and I had no issues with staining. The thing I will say is that the flakies in here are going to be extremely messy for removal. If you are a messy polisher, doing cleanup is also going to be very messy as well. To make your life easier, I would recommend either soaking this polish off or using a peel-off base coat because like the flakies get everywhere. And this next polish is called Double Dare. The brand describes this one as a black to red multi-chrome base with scattered holographic microflakes as well as red reflective glitter. So this polish was on the thicker side. I will be honest, I did not love how application felt with the skinny brush that this polish came with. I did end up swapping out the brush after doing 1 coat for a brush that was wider and more paddle shaped. That's just my own personal preference. Like, if you like the skinny brush,
do you, boo-boo? Do you, boo-boo? You know why? Because I'ma do me.
I will say though that I genuinely really enjoy this polish. I do think it's going to be a 2 to 3 coater depending on your application and personal preference. For my full hand swatch, I did use 3 coats. I found that the 3rd coat fixed any visible nail line that I was having. If you have longer nails, you're likely going to want to go in for 3 thin coats because this one is a bit on the thicker side. As far as the reflective glitters go, I was able to see the red reflex in person. I kind of felt that out in natural sunlight. The holographic was kind of the star of the show, and then you get like a bonus of like the red reflex. This one does dry down with some texture, so you're going to want to go in for 1 to 2 coats of top coat to keep this one nice and glossy. Removal will be on the more difficult side if you try to scrub this one off. Definitely soak this one off or use a peel-off base coat. The final polish in this release is Glow in the Dark Taco. This is a glow in the dark topper. For the live swatch, I am showing it in 1 coat over black because I wanted you all to actually, you know, be able to see what was going on. You can see it is not completely clear. I do find that it dries down a bit more clear than it applies. It will slightly alter whatever base you put underneath of this. And I did find that it does perform the best over white. We'll be able to see in my full hand swatches that I did have quite a few little globs of pigment on the nail, which is like the little dots that you're seeing. So I did find that in 1 coat over black, which you're going to see on my ring finger here, that you can kind of see some glow, but for the most part, you don't really see very much. It really pops best over white or other light colors. You're seeing here, I just grabbed a whole bunch of Holo Taco polishes just to see how it looked over those colors. Other than the pigment specs, I had no problems with this one, and I will note you will want to add top coat on top of this topper to give your polish a nice glossy finish. So that is everything. What do you guys think? Overall, I thought the collection was fantastic. If you did not know this about me, one thing you should know, I freaking love Halloween. I love Halloween-y things, hence like my shirt today. Link is in the description box if you want to pick this one up. This is by one of my favorite Etsy sellers. I am genuinely surprised that this is like the first true orange creme polish that Holo Taco has released. I think I own all of the polishes that they've released in the creme formula, and like it's shocking to me that this is the very first orange one. And Resting Witch Face was also really beautiful. I've seen quite a few people kind of be like, about the brand releasing another purple creme, but like side by side, it's not the same. It's like not a dupe for any of the other purple cremes that they've released. Personally, I think if you are a nail polish collector, you can definitely justify owning both. If you're not a nail polish collector, maybe you don't need both, but I'm a nail polish collector, so I'm the wrong person to ask if you need both. I do think both colors are different. Hi, so editing Nicole on my front porch. I realized, so I recorded the intro and outro for this video this morning, and I usually don't record in the mornings because I'm not a morning person, so I forgot a couple of things. So as far as things being restocked, Double Dare, which was Cristine's birthday polish this year, that one is not going to be restocked. Favorite Sister is seasonal, so that will likely be restocked in the future. The Glow in the Dark Topper is also going to be restocked, and that will be returning each Halloween season, presumably. I will say I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not really a red person, so I didn't think I was gonna like Favorite Sister as much as I did. I was able to wear that one for quite a while, and I really liked it. I agree with everyone who's ever said that the Frosted Metals formula do not photograph well. I feel like photos do not do those polishes justice. I feel like video format does a pretty good job, but I really think they look a lot better in person than they do in photos for sure. Double Dare I really liked as well. That one is not going to be restocked. That one is a limited edition polish. It definitely gave me indie polish vibes, which I personally appreciate as an indie polish lover. As far as the glow in the dark topper goes, glow in the dark polishes are not generally my favorite. I often find that when I'm wearing a glow in the dark polish, I often forget that it's glow in the dark, and so I get kind of like a shock/surprise at night. I did appreciate that the brand chose to use a glow in the dark pigment, that you did not need to use UV lighting like a black light or even like the sunlight in order to get that to charge. I was testing that one out with various light sources around my house and found that like just regular light bulbs did in fact charge up the glow in the dark aspect really nicely. I was a little disappointed that everything sold out so quickly, but I feel like a lot of customers were. I was able to purchase everything, but what you're seeing here is what the brand had sent me. I kind of agree with the brand in saying that like it's probably really difficult to truly gauge interest on how well things will sell. So I would imagine trying to always get that sweet spot between like stocking everything and overstocking is a really hard thing to try to gauge. So I feel bad for them on that sense. So if you are new to color reflective glitter polishes, I do want to note that you will best see those in bright direct lighting. I personally prefer natural sunlight for those types of finishes to really see them. I have an LED lamp that does fairly well with reflective glitters, and I find sometimes lighting in my kitchen works really well to see those. I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Have you picked anything up? Let me know because I'm curious. If you are new and this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. So fun fact, I'm actually doing a giveaway for all of my YouTube subscribers over here. So if you would like to take part in the giveaway is over Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, I do believe. I'll have the video linked in the description box if you'd like to take part in the giveaway. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers over here, which is pretty dang wild. So thank you all so very much for watching. Hope everyone just has a fantastic week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!